Two Human may very well be the Titanic of the video game development universe. It's been worked on for nearly a decade in one form or another, from the original PlayStation to the GameCube to finally the Xbox 360. And much like Titanic, Two Human actually turned out very well despite a chorus of internet message board naysayers who rushed to pronounce it dead on arrival.
It is very true.
It may not be perfect, but we've had a great time playing this action RPG. Twice, actually.
I hear you worked miracles.
Two Human takes place in an alternate reality where Norse mythological gods like Odin and Thor are cybernetically enhanced Supermen. You star as Balder, and you're given the choice to follow either the human or cybernetic path to your destiny. Two Human has a rich, complex storyline, but fundamentally you're trying to protect the human race from insane bad guy Loki who escapes his imprisonment. If you're feeling like the combination of Norse mythology and science fiction are an awkward fit, well, you aren't completely wrong.
All this talk of cyberspace and spirits. Superstition, I say!
Yes, the melding leads to a lot of clunky dialogue. But after spending some time in the universe of Two Human, the setting begins to work really well. And that's definitely helped by the sharp art direction and lush visuals. Plus, Balder is a badass, a true anti-hero in a sea of imitators. Like we said, this is an action RPG of sorts, but it works in a way that feels very original. You control combat by aiming your right analog stick towards the bad guys you're targeting. To change your enemy, just roll the stick around. The best part is simply options, options, options. There are so many elements to the skill trees, modifying runes, weapons, blueprints, and upgrades that you will definitely want to play through this game multiple times. In fact, we immediately started on our second game as soon as we were done watching the credits.
Indeed.
You can also play two-player cooperatively online, and it's great fun. Unfortunately, we had a few gripes that hold this back from being a 5. All of the elements to a great game are there, they just don't quite coalesce. Firstly, any kind of projectile weapon has distracting aiming issues, and as you might expect in large melee fights, you don't always target the person you thought you were going to. It's not consistent, it just happens from time to time. And unfortunately, the story simply doesn't motivate the gameplay the way it probably should. The boss battles are simply too Diablo-like. You pummel them to death without employing too much strategy. Hopefully we aren't discouraging you from picking up this game. It's definitely worth your time and money. The framework is here for a great sequel, and that's the good news. This is part of a planned trilogy. We're already saving up our crones for the second installment. Two Human gets a very strong 4 out of 5.